Hello everyone. Okay, so today we wanted to talk to you about something. It's a little bit of a rant. We had to get this off our chest. We've seen a lot of real estate information tossed around over the years, but there's something that's really getting to us. And it's about one of the secrets that no one else will reveal to you because it doesn't make for good marketing. Okay, but we're going to tell you what it is that whenever you see real estate investing of any kind talked about or discussed, or especially advertised in the paper, no one talks about one of the secrets, and it's about the ability to handle pressure. In this business, because that's what real estate investing is, you need to be able to handle pressure. And nobody talks about this. Everyone talks about making $50,000 or $100,000 in 2 months buying US foreclosures. And to Canadians, that's not the thing we should be focused on, and I'll talk a bit more about that. But pressure is the key thing. So when you think about real estate investing, remember this. If you are not willing to handle pressure in your real estate investments, you shouldn't get into this business. That is the bottom line. I'm going to give you 2 stories to illustrate this. Recently, we saw one investor finally decide to take on some pressure and get into real estate investing. He got his finances in order, he talked to a mortgage broker, went out and found a property, and the property could be any type. It could be a small single-family home. It could be a student rental. It could be a duplex, a triplex, a small apartment building, a large apartment building. It doesn't matter what it is. But he got enough courage up to get into the game. Actually went out and bought a property. Okay? And as he was trying to get a tenant in this property, he started to fall apart. He couldn't handle the pressure. He was facing some mortgage payments that were coming due, and instead of advertising and tweaking what he was saying on the phone to get more people to the property, instead of tweaking his advertising, instead of looking for feedback, instead of accepting critiques on the way he was handling things, he just buckled. You know, he couldn't handle the pressure of having to get somebody in there. It was taking him a little bit of time to get someone in there. And instead of working harder at it and self-correcting and adjusting, he froze. The pressure made him freeze. So, ultimately he got somebody into that property, but he will likely never buy another property again. He could not handle the pressure. Now let me contrast that with somebody else. Another person, same financial background, roughly the same age. This person goes out and buys 2 properties. And I'm not advising that anyone go out and buy 2 properties, especially when they start. But this person did. And instead of buckling under the pressure, this person admitted that it was a lot to handle these 2 properties when he first closed on the property. But he handled all the advertising. He got people out to both properties. He collected money on both properties. He handled some repairs that needed to be handled on these properties. He handled the pressure, and he succeeded. He won the battle. And since then, he's gone on to buy another 4 properties. Because he fought that battle and he won. He has grown his portfolio. This is the thing that you need to think about when you're getting into real estate investing. If you are not willing to handle the pressure on weekends and weeknights about real estate investing, don't get involved in it, no matter what anyone promises you. And especially if people are promising you easy money, do not get into it. You need to be willing to handle pressure. And if you can handle the pressure, there is big things ahead for you. But that is ultimately one of the key secrets that nobody talks about in the whole real estate investing business. You need to handle the pressure. And one way that some people get around this is they buy properties that have tenants already in them. And that's not such a bad approach at all. I mean, we kind of advise that as well. But you should be aware that if you buy a property that is a little bit far from your home, and one of those tenants decides to leave, you need to get in the game. You need to put the advertising in place. You need to screen tenants. You need to get somebody in that home. Real estate is an active business. We were joking around with other investors about real estate, and it's not really a passive business. The income might come passively for a few months at a time, but it is definitely an active business. So don't get into this if you are not willing to handle the pressure and be an active investor. And if you buy properties a little bit far away from your home, if you don't have somebody that can help you get someone into that property if they decide to leave, then don't make the investment. And if you buy a property that's far away from home and you don't know the community very well, be very careful of the community that you're buying in. Because if that property comes with a tenant today and they get up and leave, you need to fill that with a new tenant tomorrow. And if the home and the community isn't right for that, you could be buying in a fundamentally incorrect area. And what do we mean by fundamentally correct? Many people have heard us say this. It's population increasing and income increasing and transportation and infrastructure and all these key things. Anyone really sophisticated at real estate investing will be focusing on those things. They can handle the pressure. They buy in fundamentally correct areas. They don't buy properties because it's a layup and it's a slam dunk deal with somebody already in the property. Okay, a few key things to think about. But if you do accept the challenge and get into real estate investing and you fight the battle that this person was fighting and you get somebody into the property, 9 times out of 10 you are going to build so much confidence that you will go on in other things in your life and be successful at it as well. If you give up at this point and back away, you will likely hit that same wall in any other thing you try. Whether it's another business, an online business that you create, business that you're working in now, a job that you're working in now, you will likely hit that wall at every point in your life. Okay, so you need to win this battle. So pressure is the key. I know I'm harping about this a lot, but it's something that nobody talks about. You need to be able to handle pressure. Okay. Earlier, a few weeks ago, we did a video about forming this triangle and making your investment decisions based on